You are racing against the clock and not each other, so don't worry too much about whether you're in front or behind. The important thing is to do consistent laps. Get as many laps in as you can here in 5 minutes. All right, we got a popped ball cup on Isaac's truck, it looks like. Brent Nelson going to get that fixed, it looks like, down there. At least he's doing his best. All right, Isaac, looks like you're ready to go. All right, we're trying to make laps. Sometimes slow is fast. All right. Reese is the best lap at 26.5. That's only about a second slower than my best lap the other night in practice. Isaac's best is a 26.5 as well. Let's see what happens when Reese comes around. This looks like a pretty decent lap. Oh, no, 31.6. She must have had problems before I was watching. There comes Isaac taking the double. And turning a 29-second lap. All right, let's see what Reese has. Coming around. 27.5. Oh, Isaac with trouble back in the triple. Gets it turned around and headed the right way. He turns a 30.9. 3 minutes have expired, 2 remaining. 24.8, that's the best lap so far by either racer. That was Reese Riley on lap number 6. Oh, looks like we popped the bottle cup again. Minute 20 to go. $26.2 for Reese.
1 minute left.
A 26.8 for Isaac. He just waited for you, Anthony. Faked you out, waited for you to get up, and then 45 seconds left. This is Reese's first race appearance. Oh. $29.9. She's on 11.5.18 pace. Master clock has expired.
Isaac Lloyd.
Isaac is done. He got 8 laps in 5 minutes and 4 seconds, hampered by popping the ball cup off a couple times. Otherwise, his laps were about equally fast with Reese. Reese going to ramp up
Reese
here
Riley
with an
done.
11.517.
The race is completed.
Good job, guys. All right, next up, our first heat of 21.5, and if I get race 11 out here to Marshall. Our 13.5 stadium truck heat. Need at least 6 of you guys. There are 8 in the heat, so. Okay, why don't you want to stand here next to me? Martin, can you call this one? Arlen, come on.
2 minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, we're going to shut down the track. All right, we're going racing in less than 5.
Steve Spears, Lisa Cummings, Arlen Simon, Dave Strand, Jesse Gonzalez.
Got everybody on the clock. One minute in, we got Steve Spears leading on a 25:13 pace, followed by Jesse Gonzalez on a 19:507 pace. Arlen Simon, 18:508. David Strand, 17:508. And Lisa Cummings, 16:518. good race for first between Steve and Jesse. 500ths of a second separate the two. Fast lap belongs to Jesse, 15.3. Steve, 5.9. 15.9. David, 15.9. Now Arlen with a 15.8. And Lisa with a 18.50. Now Jesse takes over the lead. Jesse on a 19.504. Steve 18.501. Arlen 18.501. David 17.504. And Lisa 16.519. Three minutes down, two to go. We got Jesse, Steve, Arlen, David, and Lisa. Jesse on a 19.508. Steve 18.506. Arlen 18.512. David 17.505. And Lisa 15.503. Coming up on 1 minute, we got Jesse, Steve, Arlen, David, and Lisa.
1 minute left.
Oh, Arlen jumps to the 2 spot. Steve drops to the 3. Oh, Steve jumps back to the 2. 24 seconds left. We got Jesse, Arlen, Steve, David, and Lisa. Keep going till they call you're done. Everybody.
Steve Spears done.
Steve Spears, first one to be done.
Lisa Cummings done.
Lisa Cummings is done.
Arlen Simon done.
Arlen,
Jesse Gonzalez done. Dave Strand done.
David Strand, that's
The
the
race is completed.
David will take that with a 19.513, followed by Arlen 18.507. Steve 18.510. David 17.512. And Lisa 14.506.
2 minutes to the start of the race. One minute to the start of the race.
Okay, guys, we got everybody checked in. Shut down the straight. Shut down the straight. We're going racing in less than 5.
Kevin Moyer, Chris Camara, Jackson Zimmerman, Russell Zimmerman, Curtis
Stop
Martel,
this.
Anthony Escobedo.
I didn't realize the marshals weren't out there. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize the marshals weren't out there. I need my marshals from the last race. Stop, guys. Stop, stop, stop. We're going to restart it. I didn't realize my marshals weren't out. I need one more marshal in the center on the bucket. Need one more marshal. No, you can just go. We should be able to make it, I hope. Need one marshal, one volunteer marshal. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, guys, we're going racing in less than 5.
Kevin Moyer, Chris Camara, Jackson Zimmerman, Russell Zimmerman, Curtis Martel, Anthony Escobedo.
All right, guys, we got everybody on the clock. We got Anthony, Kevin, Curtis, Russell, Jackson, and Chris. One minute in, we got Anthony, Curtis, Russell, now Kevin, Russell, Chris, and Jackson. Anthony on a 25-14. Curtis a 19-502. Kevin 18-508. Russell 18-512. Chris 16-514. And Jackson 15-501. Fast lap belongs to Anthony 15.0. Next we got Curtis with a 15.3. Oh, Kevin has fast lap now, 14.6. Russell has a 16-1. Chris a 17-2. And Jackson 17-6. Two and a half down, 2.5 to go. We got Anthony, Curtis, Kevin, Russell, Chris, and Jackson. Anthony on a 19.512. Curtis 19.515. Kevin 19.516. Russell 18.512. Chris 16.513. And Jackson 15.514. 2 minutes left. We got Kevin up to the lead. Kevin, Anthony, Curtis, Russell, Chris, and Jackson. .130 to go. We got Kevin, Anthony, Curtis, Russell, Chris, and Jackson. Kevin 19.507. Anthony 19.510. Curtis 19.514. Russell 18.513. Chris 16.503. And Jackson 15.5 even.
1 minute left.
1 minute left. Got Kevin, Anthony, Curtis, Russell, Chris, and Jackson. Top 3 racers on the same lap. .30 seconds left. Got Kevin, Anthony, Curtis, Russell, Chris, and Jackson. Ten seconds left. Keep going until they say you're done. Keep going until they say
Kevin
you're done.
Moyer done.
Kevin's the only one done.
Anthony
Everybody else keep
Escobedo
going.
done.
Anthony's done.
Chris Camara done.
Chris is done. Jackson's
Jackson
done.
Zimmerman
Russell's done.
Russell Zimmerman done.
That's a race.
Curtis Martell done.
Kevin will
The
take
race is
that.
completed.
19.501. Anthony 19.505. Curtis 19.513. Russell 18.510. Chris 16.505. And Jackson 15.505.
Orlando, you're in next
2
heat.
minutes to the start of the race.
All right. 17.5 two-wheel, Naden Robert to check in. All right, all the drivers checked in. We got turn marshals. All right. Drivers, sort yourselves out. Less than 5.
1 minute to the start of the
Less
race.
than 5.
Henry Ballou, Brett Nelson, Martin Holmes, Robert Summers, Jack Foster, Tyler Baker.
Let you get cells sorted out a little bit here. All right. Coming up on 1 minute in. 4 to go. Brett, Jack, Tyler, Henry, Robert, Martin. Brett with a fast lap of 14.24. Jack 14.32. Tyler 14.70. Henry 15.73. Robert 15.83. And Martin 16.87. Minute and a half in. Brett's on her 21.513. Jack at 25.02. Tyler 25.11. Robert 19.513. Henry 19.513. Martin 17.517. Coming up on 2 down, 3 to go. Brett and Jack are 1.3 seconds apart. 5 back to Tyler, 5 back to Robert, 4 back to Henry, and 14 to Martin. Coming up on 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Brett, Jack, Tyler, Robert, Henry, and Martin. 3 down, 2 to go. Brett on her 21.513. She's got her second and a half over Jack. 14 back to Tyler. 6 more back to Robert. 1 back to Henry, and Martin 17 more. Minute and 30 down. Or minute and 30 to go, sorry. Brett, Jack, Tyler, Robert, Henry, and Martin. Coming up on 4 down, one more to
minute
go.
left.
Brett stretching out his lead, 3.4 seconds over Jack. 19 back to Tyler, 12 back to Henry, 11 back to Robert. Robert and Martin within a half a second now. Were. 15 seconds. Brett, Jack, Tyler, Henry, Martin, and Robert. 5 seconds left. Everybody keep going, keep going, keep going.
Jack Foster done.
Jack, it gotcha.
Henry Ballou done.
Henry's done.
Brett
Brett's
Nelson
done.
done.
He'll be done as you cross. Tyler's
Tyler
done.
Baker done.
Waiting on Martin and Robert.
Robert Summers done.
And
Martin Holmes
Martin,
done.
that is a race.
The race is
Brett
completed.
takes it at 21.511. Jack 25 flat. Tyler 19.510. Henry 18.505. Martin 17.509. And Robert 17.509. Up this time, second heat, 17.5 two-wheel. Matt, Grady, William, Curtis, Jason, Orlando. No? 3 heats.
Two minutes to the start of the
All right,
race.
need turn marshals from the last heat, please. All right. I need one person on the bucket in the middle there, if we could. If you can get your fingers to working. All right. Need one person on the tub in the middle. One person on the bucket in the middle.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Tyler, how about moving to the bucket? If you would, please. We'll cover it that way. 6 of one and a half dozen the other. All right. Got our turn marshal, so we're going to get. And driver's ready. Less than 5 on the tone. Sort yourselves out.
Matt McGee. Grady Ashton. William Schroeder. Curtis Martell. Jason McLaren on. Orlando Martinez.
Everybody's on the clock. Let Let everybody get spread out a little bit here. Coming up on 1 minute in, 4 to go. Jason, William, Grady, Matt, Orlando, Curtis. Coming up on 1.5 minutes in. 3.5 to go. Jason, William, Matt, Orlando, Grady, Curtis. Fast lap by Orlando, 13.4. Jason, 13.6. William, 13.5. Matt, 14.5. Now 14.0. Grady, 14.2. Curtis, 16.0. 2 down, 3 to go. Two and a half down, 2.5 to go. Halfway, Jason, William, Orlando, Matt, Grady, Curtis. Minute and 45 left. William with a fast lap of 13.2. Minute and a half to go. Still Jason, William, Orlando, Matt, Grady, and Curtis. Closest ones on the track are Jason and William. Half second between them. One minute left. William taking over the lead. Jason second, Orlando, Matt, Grady, Curtis. Thirty seconds. William was 0.6 of a second lead over Jason. Ten seconds left. That is time. Everybody keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everybody will be done as they cross now.
William Schroeder done.
William's
McGee
done. Matt's done.
Jason McLaren
Jason and Orlando are done. Waiting
Orlando
on Curtis,
Martinez
Grady.
done.
Grady's
Grady
done,
Ashton
and wait,
done.
Curtis.
Curtis
William
Martell
takes
done.
that 22.507.
The race is completed.
New TQ. Jason second, 22.511. Orlando, 22.517. Matt, 21.507. Grady, 21.512. And Curtis, 18.514. Go. All right, third heat, 17.5. Brandon Strand, Kevin Moyer, Jason Porter, Randy Porter, Dylan Becker, and Tegan. All right, need turn marshals in the last group back out, please.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, need Tegan to check in. All right. Let's shut the track down, and I need Jason Porter check in, please.
One minute to the start of the race.
And Randy. All right.
All right, guys, we're going racing in less than 5.
Brandon Strand, Kevin Moyer, Jason Porter, Rand Porter, Dylan Becker, Tegan Cummings.
Okay, we got everyone on the clock. Get a few laps in, and I'll start calling out times and laps. All right, we got Jason, Kevin, Dylan, Tegan, Randy, and Brandon. Jason's on a 22.509, Kevin 21.506, Dylan 21.514, Tegan 20.509, Randy 17.509, and Brandon 17.512. Fast laps belongs to Jason 13.9, Kevin a 14.4, Dylan 14.5, Tegan 15.1, Brandon 16.6, and Randy 17.1. Randy just went to a 16.0 on his fast lap. Tegan 15.1 on his fast lap. Dylan to a 13.7 on his fast lap. We got Jason, Kevin, Dylan, Tegan, Randy, and Brandon. Jason on a 21.503, Kevin 21.505, Dylan 20.502, Tegan 19.506, Randy 17.501, and Brandon 16.519. Be careful. Back on the trip. Clear. We got Jason, Kevin, Dylan, Tegan, Randy, and Brandon. 2 minutes left. Jason on a 22.513. Kevin 21.504. Dylan 21.510. Tegan 19.508. Randy 17.504. And Brandon 16.502. Jason, Kevin, Dylan, Tegan, Randy, and Brandon. Jason 22.511 pace. Kevin 21.502. Dylan 21.509. Tegan
1 minute left.
19.501. Randy 18.515. And Brandon 16.508. $30 left. You got Jason, Dylan, Kevin, Tegan, Randy, and Brandon. $10. Jason, Dylan, Kevin, Tegan, Randy, Brandon. Keep going till I tell you you're done.
Tegan Cummings done.
Tegan's first one
Dylan
done.
Becker done.
Dylan's done.
Brandon Strand
Brandon's
done.
done. Kevin's
Kevin Moyer done. Jason Porter done.
Jason's done. Wait, no,
Rand
Randy.
Porter
Randy's done.
The
Jason
race
will
is
take
completed.
that with a 22.512, followed by Dylan 21.506, Kevin 21.510, Tegan 19.504, Randy 18.514, and Brandon 16.5 even.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Looking for marshals from the last race and a check from Alex. All right, we got our racers up there. If I get Dylan to stop talking and move to a spot. Thank you. All right, we're going to line up over here. Qualifying.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right. Guys are racing heads up on the tone.
Nick Gibson, Brent Riley, Alex Richards.
Oh, lawn dart. At 1 down, 4 to go. Nick Gibson out front on a 21.09. Brent a 19, now a 20.11 for Brent. 12.83 fast lap for Nick, a 13.3 for Brent. Twenty-one 5-12 for Nick, 19 flat for Brent. A better deal over the triple that time. In fact, his fastest lap of the race, a 13.2, puts him back on a 20-lap pace. $12.81, new fast lap for Nick. Backed up by a 12.86 on a 22.511 pace. 21.513 for Brent. Just past halfway. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this one. Nick Gibson, your leader, coming around to start finish. 12.75. That's the best lap of the race. Brent turned his best last time. He's by a 13.1. Backs that up with a 13.5. 22.06 for Nick. 21.08 for Brent. Oh, Nick getting just close enough to the pipe to get messed up. $13.0 for Brent, his best. Now down to a 21.03 pace. Got a minute 20 left in this one.
One minute left.
Into the final minute of this one. 22.510 for Nick. 21.02 for Brent. 12.8 for Nick that time by. 13.1 for Brent. 13:0, Brent's best lap of the race, puts him on a 22-lap pace now. Just 6 seconds back of Nick Gibson. Seven seconds left on the master clock. Brent just fell off his 22-lap pace. Now he's definitely off.
Brent Riley done.
Nick's going to
Gibson
take it,
done.
22:05.
The race
Brent,
is
21:02. And we'll need volunteer marshals for our next race, which is our short course heat. I've got those. I need those three back to Marshall. Alex, even though you didn't get to race, and
2 minutes to the
then
start
I'm going
of
to
the
need three
race.
volunteers. Track's got to be weird. Said the track has got to be weird. Well, there's no humidity in the air. It's getting colder on the surface.
I noticed when we first got here, it was really dry.
Yeah. Well, it just dries up. Well, there's no humidity in the air.
Well,
So
yeah,
the
well,
in the air is
no, it was Nick and I was coming up this face of this is just different to the way the track is, which is kind of weird.
I mean, the air temp in here is about the same as it's been, but the humidity is at least 10 points lower. We're normally up over 80%.
Yeah, that's why.
And I mean, I've already watered 3 times,
Yeah.
and we normally
Water once.
yeah. So, let's see. Could use one more volunteer down here to keep
1
me
minute
company.
to the start of the race.
1, 2, 3. Brandon, can I get you to swap corners to down here? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I got to go with 6 marshals, I'd rather them be here. All right. Not sure whose truck that is, but let's bring it around over here. And this is an IFMAR start on your own clock on the tone.
Matt McGee, Lane McGee, Aaron Kuhn, Martin Holmes.
All right, about 50 seconds in this one, we got Matt McGee out front on a 25:07 pace with a 15:22 fast lap. Lane in the second spot, 25:13 with a 15:28. Aaron just turned a 15:8, his best on an 18-lap pace. And Martin with an 18:1, his best on a 15-lap. Now a 16-lap pace for Martin. Minute 15 down, 3:45 to go. 19 flat now for Lane, looking to push this up to a 20-lap pace this time by. Now at a 17-second lap, that slows him down in terms of his pace. Aaron just turned his best lap of 15:7, backed it up with a 15:9. Lane comes by 15-3, and he's got the lead now by 1 second over his dad, Matt. Lane just turned fast lap of the race at 14-7. Matt with some trouble, and Aaron going by for the second spot. 25-13 with a 9 for Lane McGee. 19:09 for Aaron and Matt, separated only by a couple of tenths. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Three down, 2 to go. Matt McGee now taking over the top spot as Lane had a 21-second lap. 19:07 the pace for Matt. Aaron moving to the second spot. Lane dropping to third. Martin's running fourth. 6 seconds separating Aaron and Lane. Less than a tenth separating Matt and Aaron the last time by. Now that's up to almost a second as Aaron just turned his best lap of 15:69. Backed up by a 15:98. Let's see, Matt goes by Martin. Lane on his lid. Let's see where Aaron is on the clock. Now Aaron 4.5 seconds back as he just turned a 19-second lap. Martin just turned his best lap of 16:08. Minute 5 to go. 19:504 pace for Matt McGee. Aaron Kuhn in the second spot. 19:511. Lane on an 18
left.
flat. Aaron just turned his best lap of 15:36. But he's 5 seconds back. Now almost 7 seconds back of Matt. 20 seconds left. Master clock has expired. Keep going until it calls you done.
Matt McGee done.
Matt's the only one finished. Lane should finish now.
Lane McGee done. Aaron Kuhn done.
Looking for Martin to finish. All right, Martin finishes. Matt McGee
done.
takes it, 19:02.
The race
Aaron,
is completed.
19:11. 19:14 for Lane, and then a 17:17 for Martin. Get those 4 drivers back out to Marshall as we go into race 9, our first heat of 13.5 four-wheel drive buggy.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
I got everybody checked in. I'm looking for marshals, please. I've got my racers from the last race out here. I need volunteers, please. At least 2, ideally 3. I need volunteers, please. Let's keep the program moving. In order to do that, I need some volunteer marshals. Thank you, Curtis. I need
1 minute to the start of the race.
Thank you, Tyler. It doesn't matter. All right, I need one. Yeah, I need one more on a bucket in the middle if I can get him, please. All right, thanks, Anthony. Yeah, I think I've seen you out there before. All right, we saved it for you. All right, racers ready? This is an IFMAR start. You'll be on your own clock on the tone.
Brett Nelson, Alex Richards, Robert Summers, Jack Foster, Shelby Parker, Orlando Martinez.
Shelby Parker with fast initial lap of 13.1. Orlando now at 13.1. Brett at 13.5, 13.9 for Jack, 14.7 for Alex, 14.8 for Robert. $12.86 for Shelby, $12.88 for Orlando. They're 1 and 2, a half a second separating them on the master clock. Then Brett, Jack, Robert, and Alex. Shelby Parker out front, 23:02. 23:02 for Orlando, hundredths of a second back. Now Orlando going to the top of the chart by a half a second on a 23:501 to 23:503 for Shelby, 23:507 for Brett, 22:14 for Jack, 19:07 for Robert, 18:08 for Alex. 2 minutes down and 3 to go. Orlando coming up on Robert. Robert giving him lots of room. Then Robert on his lid. Shelby just turned best lap at a race at 12:55. Orlando comes back at 13.1. Shelby with a 13.6. Minute and a half separating the top 2 cars. Then 7/10 back to Brett Nelson. And over 10 seconds back to Jack, and a battle for the 4th, 5, and 6 spot. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Top 2, Orlando and Shelby, separated by 3/10. Last time by, now Shelby with a 12.53 to Orlando's 13.8. Takes over the lead by 1 second on a master clock. He's behind him on the track as they come up over the double and across the start finish. He makes an inside move off the tabletop. Shelby Parker now ahead on the track and the clock. $23,502 for Shelby, $23,505 for Orlando. A minute 20 seconds left. 2 seconds. The gap on the clock between Orlando and Shelby. It's Shelby Now Brett and Orlando in a battle for the second spot. Brett is closed in while
1
Orlando
minute
and
left.
Shelby were battling. Let's see what we get when Orlando comes by. Brett Nelson now being shown in the second spot. 3 seconds ahead of Orlando. 4 seconds behind Shelby in the top spot. 30 seconds left on the master clock. Shelby 23:03, Brett 23:07, Orlando 23:11, Jack 22:13, Alex a 19:12, Robert a 19:16. Master clock has expired.
Shelby Parker done.
Shelby's done,
Robert
and he takes
Summers
that
done.
23:05.
Brett Nelson
Brett
done.
23:10 in the second
Orlando
spot. Orlando
Martinez
23:13 third.
Alex Richards done.
Jack
Jack
Foster
Foster
22:14. Alex
The race is
19:13.
completed.
Robert an 18:01. We could get those racers back out to Marshall. We'll be moving on to race 10, our second heat of 13.5.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
I'm still looking for marshals. I don't have all my racers from the last race out here. I'm going to need you all, and then probably one volunteer would be nice to give us a full complement. I got 4 out here. I'm missing 2 racers from the last race and a volunteer. Got an hour and a half between heats, plenty of time to plug in your battery after you marshal. Looking for 2 more marshals. I need Orlando out of the last race and a volunteer. Well, if you take the bucket, I'll go with that.
1
All
minute
right.
to the start of the race.
Once again, you guys are racing the clock. Roll them off on the tone.
Brent Riley, Tegan Cummings, Lane McGee, Chris Camara, Jason McLaren, Martin Holmes.
Brent Riley a 13-1 that time by. Best lap of the race so far. It's early, but $12.89 for Brent. Lane a 13-4. Tegan 14-1. 12.809 for Brent Riley. I'm going to do a resort after round 2. A resort after round 2. Oh, he's not the guy I want in the triple. It's Brent, Lane, Jason, Teagan, Chris, Martin. Minute and a half down, 3.5 to go. Well, that episode messed up the leader's pace. (23.5.11) pace for Brent Riley. Brent Riley now 23.09 pace. Move him up into the number 2 qualifier spot. 2 minutes to go. Lane McGee 21.01. Chris Camara 18.06. Teagan 17.04. Martin 16.10. And Jason out of this one. Brent Riley, a new fast lap of the race, 12.7. Lane turned his best, 13.3. Just over a minute and a half to go. So your leader getting around Martin there. Minute 10 to go. 23.5.10 for Brent. 21.5.01 for Lane.
1 minute left.
Leader up through the center straight. Around the S, up over the double. Up over the triple. Martin giving him some room. 13.1, new best lap for Lane. Brent Riley comes by with a 13.2 on a 23.09 pace. A 13.6. Watch it over to triple. 13.1 for Brent. Master clock has expired. Keep going until it calls you done.
Teagan Cummings done. Brent Riley done.
Brent takes it 23.5.09. That's
Chris
it makes him the
done.
number 2 qualifier.
Lane McGee
Lane
done.
McGee 22.5.10, the number 5 qualifier. Teagan has an 18.01. Chris a 17.03.
Martin Holmes done. The race is completed.
Martin a 17.15. Jason out early. Get those 6 people back out to Marshall, please, and get our final heat of round 1, our 13.5 stadium truck heat, into the record books here.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Need 2 more, please. 2 more, please. 2 more to Marshall, that is. Looking for checks from a few drivers still. Hey, let's bring them around, line them up.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Line them up. You'll be starting on the. You'll be on your own clock. Computer's going to call you out as Brandon, Grady, Anthony, Steve, Henry, Alex, Aaron, and Dave. All right, racers ready. Roll off on the tone.
Brandon Strand, Grady Ashton, Anthony Escobedo, Steve Spears, Henry Ballou, Alex Richards, Aaron Kuhn, Dave Strand.
All right, 45 seconds into this one. Aaron Kuhn moving to the top spot, followed by Grady Ashton, Dave Strand, Alex Richards, Brandon Strand, Anthony Escobedo, Henry, Steve. Rounding out the field, 14:44 fast lap for Aaron, 14:96 for Alex. Only racers in the 14s right now. Alex quickly moving up into the second spot there as a couple guys ran some 16-second laps. Alex just turned to 14:87 and took over the top spot on the clock by a half second, then another half back to Grady Ashton. So it's Alex, Aaron, and Grady. Triple. $14.3 for Grady Ashton, taking over the top spot. Grady Ashton at the top of the chart by 7 seconds over Aaron, then only 2/10 between Aaron and Alex. All right, 2:45 down, 2:15 to go. Grady, Aaron, Alex, Anthony, Steve, Dave, Henry, Brandon. Aaron turned his best lap 14.3. Alex his best lap 14.6. Anthony his best lap 15.2. They're chasing Grady Ashton, who's got almost a lap lead. Minute 20 to go. Grady turned a 14.08 last time by, his best lap of the race. Aaron answers with a 14.2 into the second spot.
One minute left.
Grady on a 25 flat pace. 45 seconds left. Twenty seconds left. Grady Ashton 25.02 with an 8. Alex just turned his best lap at 14.1. Master clock has expired.
Grady Ashton done.
Grady's done. Watch triple and back.
Alex Richards done. Anthony Escobedo done. Steve Spears done. Aaron Kuhn done. Henry Ballou done.
For Dave and Brandon.
Strand done.
All right, we got them in. Everybody's in. That completes round one.
The race is